Alexis stared at the crumpled note in her hand, the ink smudged from Brooke's hurried scrawl, revealing a betrayal that sliced through her like a knife. It was tucked inside the hospital drawer, next to the morphine drip, where Brooke lay unconscious after the accident, her secret lover's name etched in code only Alexis could decipher. In that sterile room with monitors beeping like accusations, Alexis felt the world tilt, her marriage of 8 years unraveling in an instant. She didn't confront Brooke right away. Instead, she folded the note and slipped it into her pocket, her mind racing through a labyrinth of memories. Their life in suburban Chicago had seemed idyllic: weekend brunches at cozy cafes, shared dreams of adopting a child, the kind of partnership that turned heads at family gatherings. But now doubt poisoned every recollection. Was the late-night work calls really about deadlines, or stolen moments with someone else? Alexis paced the hospital corridor, her inner voice screaming for answers. How could I have been so blind? We've built everything together and now this? But yelling won't fix her coma. I have to wait, pretend for her sake. Or is it for mine? When Brooke finally woke 2 days later, her eyes fluttered open to Alexis's forced smile. Hey love, Alexis whispered, squeezing her hand, ignoring the storm inside. Brooke's face lit with relief. But there was a flicker guilt? Alexis wondered. The doctors buzzed around, explaining the car crash, the fractured ribs, the miracle of survival. Brooke reached for her phone instinctively, but Alexis had already checked it, seen the deleted messages reconstructed in her mind. She thinks she's safe. But I know. And I'll make her pay, not with words but with the truth she can't escape. Discharge day came swiftly, the hospital releasing Brooke into Alexis's care with pamphlets on recovery and warnings about stress. At home, their cozy 2-story house in Evanston felt like a stage set for deception. Alexis helped Brooke to the couch, fluffing pillows, brewing tea, all while her thoughts churned. Why her? Why now? We've fought through my family's disapproval, the whispers at church about our lifestyle. And she throws it away for what, a fling? Brooke chatted weekly about missing work, her graphic design firm piling up projects. Alexis nodded, but inside she plotted. She wouldn't explode. She'd unravel it thread by thread. That evening, as Brooke dozed, Alexis slipped into the home office, her fingers flying over the keyboard. She accessed Brooke's email. Password unchanged, a sign of trust or arrogance. There it was. Exchanges with Elena, a colleague, laced with affection that crossed professional lines. Can't wait to see you again, one read. Alexis's heart pounded. Elena, the one who helped with that big client pitch. How long? Months? Years? She printed them out, stashing the papers in a drawer, evidence for the confrontation she delayed. But why delay? Fear of losing her? Or the shame of admitting failure to their circle? The next morning, Brooke suggested a walk in the neighborhood park, crutches and all, to clear her head. Alexis agreed, pushing down the bile. As they strolled under oak trees, families picnicking nearby, Brooke leaned on her. I love you, Alex. This accident. It made me realize how fragile everything is. Alexis forced a laugh. Fragile? You shattered it. Internally, she debated. Tell her now, watch her crumble. Or wait, let her heal. Then strike when she's strong enough to feel the full weight. They sat on a bench, Brooke's head on her shoulder, oblivious. Alexis's mind raced. Society already judged them as lesbians. Adding infidelity would fuel the fire from her conservative parents. Back home, the tension simmered. Alexis cooked dinner, chopping vegetables with unnecessary force. Brooke noticed. You okay? You've been quiet. Alexis shrugged. Just worried about you. Lie. I'm worried about us, about the lie we're living. That night in bed, Brooke reached for her hand, but Alexis pulled away subtly, claiming fatigue. Sleep evaded her. Instead, visions of their wedding day replayed. Vows in a lakeside ceremony, defying her mother's tears. We promise forever. But forever has conditions. Days blurred into a routine of care and concealment. Alexis attended therapy alone, the counselor probing her anxiety without knowing the cause. Relationships thrive on communication, the therapist said. Alexis nodded, thinking communication? Like confessing an affair? She imagined Brooke's excuses. Stress from work, feeling neglected. But neglect? Alexis had supported Brooke through her father's rejection after coming out. I gave up my dream job in New York to stay here with her. And this is the thanks? One afternoon Elena called. Alexis answered Brooke's phone while she showered. Is Brooke there? It's urgent about the project. Alexis's voice was ice. She's unavailable. Permanently for you. She hung up, heart racing. First strike. Let her wonder. When Brooke emerged, towel-wrapped, she checked her phone, frowning. Elena called? Alexis feigned innocence. Wrong number, I think. The lie tasted bitter but necessary. Inside, Alexis wrestled. Am I becoming the villain? Revenge isn't love. But neither is betrayal. As Brooke's strength returned, so did arguments. Small things escalated. Forgotten groceries became symbols of neglect. You're distant, Alex, Brooke accused one evening over wine. Alexis snapped back. Maybe because I'm carrying everything. The words hung, unspoken truths bubbling. Tell her. End this charade. But she held back, fearing the fallout. Their friends noticed at a casual dinner party. Whispers about trouble in paradise. Alexis smiled through it, her mind screaming. If only they knew. Finally, the dam cracked. Alexis found Brooke texting late at night. Elena's name flashing. Who is she to you? Alexis demanded, voice low and lethal. Brooke paled. Just a friend. Lie. Alexis pulled out the printed emails. Friends don't say, I miss your touch. Brooke's eyes widened in horror. Alex, please. It was a mistake. The confession poured out. Loneliness during Alexis's long hours at the law firm. Elena's understanding ear turning into more. It meant nothing, Brooke sobbed. Alexis laughed bitterly. Nothing. It means everything. The fight raged into the night. Brooke begged forgiveness, citing their history, the battles against homophobia. We've overcome so much, my family's disownment, your sister's silent judgment. Don't let this break us. Alexis paced, tears streaming. Forgive? Or walk away? Society says we're disposable anyway. Just a phase. But I love her. Loved. She thought of her own doubts, the time she questioned her sexuality under pressure. Is this karma for not being normal? In the end, Alexis didn't decide that night. She slept on the couch, mind a whirlwind. Betrayal cuts deep, but so does loneliness. What price for trust? Morning brought no clarity, only more questions. The silence in the house stretched like a taut wire after the confrontation. Brooke tiptoed around Alexis, offering coffee with tentative smiles, but Alexis's responses were clipped, her eyes avoiding contact. Internally, she battled waves of anger and sorrow. How do I rebuild from ashes? Or do I burn it all down? Work became her refuge. At the law firm, she buried herself in cases, advocating for LGBTQ+ rights that now felt hypocritical. I'm fighting for equality while my own life crumbles under inequality of love. Brooke tried therapy together, suggesting a couples counselor specializing in same-sex relationships. We can fix this, Alex. I messed up, but I choose you. Alexis agreed reluctantly, sitting stiffly in the plush office as the therapist probed. Infidelity often stems from unmet needs, the woman said neutrally. Brooke nodded eagerly, explaining her feelings of isolation. Alexis seethed inside. Unmet needs? What about mine? Loyalty, honesty? She voiced it calmly, but the session ended in stalemate, each retreating to their corners. Family intruded next. Alexis's mother called, sensing discord from a vague social media post. Is everything all right with you and her? The hesitation in her stung, a remnant of old prejudices. Alexis deflected, but inside she yearned to confess. Mom would say, I told you so. That gay marriages don't last. But straight ones do? Hypocrite. Brooke's side was worse. Her estranged father reached out after hearing about the accident, offering awkward support. Proud of you for surviving, he texted. Brooke showed Alexis, hoping for unity. But Alexis saw opportunity for leverage. Use his homophobia against her? No, that's low. But she went low first. A week later, at a community event for Pride Month, the Facade cracked publicly. They attended together, hand in hand for appearances, surrounded by rainbow flags and cheering crowds. Elena was there, volunteering at a booth. Brooke froze. Alexis noticed, her grip tightening like a vice. Go talk to her, Alexis whispered venomously. Brooke shook her head, but the damage was done. Friends saw the tension. Later in the car, Brooke exploded. "You're punishing me endlessly. What do you want, divorce?" Alexis slammed on the brakes. "Maybe. At least then I'd be free of lies." The word divorce hung like smoke. That night, Alexis researched online, reading forums about lesbian breakups. The statistics grim, higher rates due to societal stress. We're not stats. But maybe we are. She imagined life alone. No more shared holidays, no partner against the world's judgments. Worth it? For self-respect? Yes. But doubt crept in. Memories of their first date, kissing under fireworks, softened her resolve. Brooke, sensing the shift, made grand gestures. A surprise weekend getaway to a cabin in Wisconsin. "Let's reconnect," she pleaded. Alexis went, hoping for miracles. The drive was silent, radio filling the void. At the cabin by the lake, Brooke opened up fully. It started innocently, coffee then more. "I felt seen, but it was wrong. I ended it after the accident." Alexis listened, her heart aching. Ended it? Or got caught? They walked trails, hands brushing accidentally, sparking old flames. But intimacy felt tainted. Alexis pulled away. Trust is glass, shattered, it's never whole. Back home, the pressure mounted from work. Alexis's boss, a supportive ally, noticed her distraction. Take time if needed. Family first. But family? Her sister visited unexpectedly, bringing pie and prying questions. "You two seem off. Is it the gay thing?" Alexis bristled. "The gay thing? It's love same as yours." She confided, partially omitting details. Her sister advised forgiveness. Everyone makes mistakes. Easy for her. In a straight marriage with societal approval. Brooke faced her own demons. She quit her job to avoid Elena, starting freelance from home. "For us," she said. Alexis appreciated the sacrifice but wondered, too little, too late? Internal monologues plagued her nights. Forgive and risk repeat? Or leave and face judgment alone? Society cheers straight reconciliations but questions ours. A turning point came at a family reunion. Alexis's extended clan gathered in her parents' backyard, barbecues sizzling. Brooke attended bravely, enduring side glances. Alexis's uncle, beer in hand, joked crudely about switching teams. Brooke laughed it off, but Alexis snapped. "Enough. Our love is real." The defense surprised her. Protectiveness surged. Later, alone with Brooke, she admitted, "I still care." Brooke seized it. "Then fight for us." But doubt lingered. Alexis discovered Brooke had kept Elena's number. "Just in case," Brooke explained weakly. Betrayal reignited. In case of what relapse? Alexis stormed out, driving aimlessly through Chicago streets, tears blurring skyscrapers. Why stay in a cage of suspicion? Freedom calls, but at what cost? She returned hours later, finding Brooke packing. "If you want out, I'll go." Alexis stopped her. "Not yet." The limbo continued, tension thickening like fog. Months dragged on in uneasy truce, the house a battlefield of unspoken resentments. Alexis threw herself into a high-profile case at work, defending a young lesbian couple against discriminatory housing. The irony burned. Advocating for others' rights while mine erode. Victories in court felt hollow. Colleagues celebrated, but Alexis's mind wandered to Brooke at home, sketching designs with forced cheer. Brooke volunteered at a local LGBTQ+ center, channeling guilt into good. "Helping others heals me," she told Alexis one evening over dinner. Alexis nodded, but inside. "Heals you? What about me, the wounded one?" Conversation skirted the affair, focusing on mundane bills, groceries. But undercurrents pulled. A shared glance lingered too long, igniting sparks of desire mixed with distrust. Society's gaze intensified. At a neighborhood block party, whispers circulated. "Heard they're on the rocks." Alexis overheard, her face flushing. "Our pain as gossip fodder? Because we're different." She confronted a neighbor subtly, but the damage seeped in, amplifying isolation. Brooke suggested moving. Fresh start, away from judgments. Alexis considered. Run from problems? Or face them? The idea tempted, but roots in Chicago, friends, family held firm. Family dynamics shifted dramatically when Alexis's mother fell ill, hospitalized with pneumonia. Alexis visited daily, Brooke by her side despite tensions. She's family too, Brooke insisted. In the waiting room, Alexis's mother weakened, confessed regrets. I was hard on you girls. Scared of what people think. Tears flowed. Alexis forgave outwardly but internally. Too late for absolution? Your prejudice fueled our struggles. Brooke held her hand, a silent anchor. The crisis forced closeness. Late nights at the hospital, sharing coffee, reminiscing. Brooke admitted more. The affair was escape from feeling trapped by expectations, by fear of failing you. Alexis listened, empathy cracking her armor. Trapped? We're all trapped in society's box. For the first time, she shared her own fears. I worry I'm not enough, that you'll leave for normalcy. Vulnerability bridged gaps, but scars remained. Post-recovery, Alexis's mother hosted a small dinner, inviting them warmly. Proud of my daughters, she toasted. The word daughters warmed Alexis, but Brooke's presence stirred mixed emotions. Later alone, Brooke pressed. See? People change. We can too. Alexis wavered. Change or facade? Betrayal resurfaced unexpectedly. Sorting mail, Alexis found a letter from Elena, apologetic, professing closure. I respect your marriage. Rage boiled. Respect? After stealing moments? She showed Brooke, who swore ignorance. Block her everywhere. But trust frayed anew. Alexis's inner turmoil peaked. How many lies? Am I fooling myself staying? Seeking solace, Alexis attended a support group for partners of infidelity. Stories echoed hers, pain, indecision. One woman shared leaving. Freedom hurts less than suspicion. Another stayed. Love wins with work. Alexis left conflicted, mind racing. Which path? The moral quandary. Forgive sin or punish it? Work escalated. A promotion loomed, requiring relocation to DC, opportunity of a lifetime. Her boss said. Alexis pondered. Take it alone? Or drag Brooke into uncertainty? She broached it casually. Brooke enthused. We'll make it work. But Alexis doubted. We? After everything? A climactic argument erupted over dinner. You still don't trust me? Brooke yelled. Alexis countered. Can you blame me? Plates shattered metaphorically in words. Brooke stormed out, returning late, smelling of bar smoke. Just thinking, she said. Alexis imagined worse. Relapse? Paranoia gripped. In bed, sleepless, Alexis weighed options. Divorce papers or counseling renewal? The price of love? Endless vigilance? Dawn brought no answers, only more shadows. The promotion decision loomed like a guillotine. Alexis interviewed in D.C., the city's buzz a stark contrast to Chicago's familiarity. Alone in the hotel, she called Brooke, voice steady but heart turbulent. Miss you, Brooke said softly. Alexis echoed it, but doubt whispered. Miss the idea or the person? Returning home, she found Brooke had redecorated subtly. Fresh flowers, their wedding photo prominent. Gesture or manipulation? Friends intervened, hosting an intervention disguised as game night. You two need to talk real, one said bluntly. Stories shared, breakups, makeups in their circle. Society stacks odds against us queers, another noted. Alexis agreed silently. Odds indeed, double standards, triple pressures. Brooke vowed change. Alexis promised effort. But promises felt fragile. Moral dilemmas deepened when Brooke's father visited unannounced, seeking reconciliation. I've seen the light, love is love, he claimed, hugging awkwardly. Brooke beamed. Alexis suspected ulterior motives, perhaps inheritance strings. During dinner he probed. Any kids planned? The question stung, reminding of their stalled adoption dreams, halted by the affair's fallout. Kids. In this mess, Alexis excused herself, mind swirling. His approval now? After years of rejection? Hypocrisy. Post-visit, Brooke glowed. Family healing. Alexis burst. At what cost? You cheated because of his shadow. Truths tumbled, Brooke's internalized shame fueling self-sabotage. Alexis empathized. We're products of prejudice. But empathy didn't erase hurt. They cried together. A cathartic release, but resolution evaded. Alexis confided in her therapist alone. Stay for love or leave for peace? The response. What's your truth? Hers. Love tainted. She researched ethical frameworks online. Utilitarianism versus deontology in relationships. Maximize happiness or uphold duty. Betrayal violates both. A shocking twist. Elena contacted Alexis directly via LinkedIn. "I'm sorry. It was mutual mistake." Alexis replied curtly. "Stay away." But curiosity gnawed. She met Elena secretly at a cafe. "Brooke pursued me," Elena claimed. Alexis's world spun. Pursued? Not passive. Evidence? Text shown. Betrayal doubled. Lies upon lies. The price, my sanity. Confronting Brooke that night, evidence in hand. "You lied again." Brooke denied initially, then crumbled. "I was scared." Excuses flowed, fear of loss. Alexis screamed. "You lost me already." Brooke begged. "One more chance." Alexis walked out, crashing at a friend's. Alone, she pondered. End it? The ultimate sacrifice, our shared life. Days of separation followed. Texts pinged. Apologies, memories. Alexis ignored, focusing on work. The promotion offer came. Accept or decline? New life solo? Tempting. But longing pulled. Reunion attempt at their favorite park. Brooke waited, eyes red. "I choose you daily now." Alexis listened. Believe? The moral choice. Forgiveness as strength or weakness. They talked hours, dissecting pains. Alexis admitted faults. Emotional distance pre-affair. Mutual blame, mutual healing? Tentative reconciliation began. Boundaries set. Therapy intensified. But society intruded. A viral article on lesbian infidelity rates. Friends sharing judgmentally. Alexis defended. "Our story, not stats." Inside, fight forever? Worth the toll? Progress faltered when Brooke slipped. Old habits, late nights. Suspicion returned. Cycle endless? Alexis faced the mirror. What price for happiness? Healing proved illusory, cracks widening under strain. Alexis accepted the DC promotion, deciding separation. "Time apart," she told Brooke, packing boxes with trembling hands. Brooke nodded numbly. "If that's what you need." The goodbye kiss lingered, tasting of finality. End of us? Or pause? Driving away, Chicago shrinking in the rearview, Alexis's thoughts raced. Freedom's cost. Loneliness in a new city, rebuilding from scratch. In D.C., the job consumed her. Lobbying for queer rights on Capitol Hill. Victories bittersweet without Brooke to share. Nights alone, she scrolled old photos, heart aching. Was leaving right? Moral victory or cowardice? Friends back home updated. Brooke thriving in therapy, dating casually. Jealousy stung, moved on so fast? After begging? A year passed. Alexis dated sporadically, but comparisons haunted. No one matches our depth. At a conference, she ran into Elena. Awkward apologies exchanged. "Brooke misses you," Elena said. Alexis bristled. "Misses?" After destruction. But seeds of doubt planted. Family evolved. Alexis's mother visited D.C., fully accepting. "I was wrong. Happiness matters." Alexis confided the breakup. Empathy flowed. Healing generational wounds, but at personal cost. Brooke's father passed suddenly, inheritance complicating. Brooke called. "Need you." Alexis flew back, attending the funeral, standing beside her ex like old times. Post-funeral, emotions overflowed. "I never stopped loving you," Brooke confessed over coffee. Alexis admitted same. But trust. They talked deep into night, regrets, growth. Brooke. "I paid with losing you." Alexis. "I paid with isolation." Reconciliation tempted. Second chance? Society says queers deserve them too. But logic prevailed. Past damages loomed. Alexis returned to D.C., closure elusive. Months later, Brooke visited, bearing olive branches, therapy proofs, changed behaviors. "Prove it," Alexis challenged. Dates ensued, cautious rebuilding. Highs and lows. Arguments over old wounds, but resolutions stronger. Society's test came at a public event. Alexis speaking on resilience in LGBTQ+ relationships. Brooke in audience supportive. Post-speech questions. How do you forgive betrayal? Alexis paused. With time, understanding, and choice. Internally, my choice, risk again? The story culminated in a quiet proposal. Brooke kneeling in DC's cherry blossoms. Marry me again? Alexis hesitated. Leap or retreat? The price, vulnerability. She said yes, but with conditions, eternal vigilance. Years on, their renewed marriage thrived amid challenges. Adoption pursued, family integrated. But scars reminded, betrayals echoes. Alexis reflected. Was forgiveness right? Or self-deception? In the end, was staying true to love worth the endless battles against inner demons and outer prejudices? Or should one always walk away from betrayal to preserve self-worth?